Girl Cat Jackson from TCTC, Transforming Communities Through Christ. We are the people who are for the people who are standing with the people that are striving to transform their communities for the better. I'm also going to start off with Romans 12:16, since we transform in communities through Christ. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. So, unfortunately, I feel a lot of us are the people that are a low position because we hold a lot of low position jobs. However, I also believe in the word of God where he says, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And I believe we are on our way to being first. And I also want to put out there, I know I said I would get this content back to you quicker than today. So forgive me for that, for being a little tardy in my words. Also, hold me accountable. If you're really looking for that information and you taking this journey with me and you walking with me so that we can get to know this system better and how we can fix it so that we can benefit from it, hit me up. Hold me accountable. Just like I plan to hold these people who are in political office accountable, hold me accountable. I'm not afraid. It's okay because we all need someone to help us with our accountability sometimes. So I left off talking to you guys about the lady in the elevator, Sherry. Her name is Sherry Berry. And like I said, she is the North Carolina Commissioner of Labor. Excuse me. So she has held this office since 2001. Excuse me, I have to put my glasses on so I can see this. Don't tell nobody. So, she's a Republican. She's not seeking re-election. She's been in there since 2001. She is an endorser of someone who was running, but she lost. So the two that's running now is Joshua Dobson, a Republican, and Jessica Holmes, a Democrat. Sherry has been criticized for being too lenient, according to the News Observer, on businesses that fail to properly pay their workers or that have poor safety records. Now, Burris Floyd is a mentor. Well, Sherry was Burris Floyd's mentor, but like I said, she lost, so she's not in that race anymore. The guy, Dobson, he does not see the position as someone who should be a crusade. Most major laws are set by the legislator or at the federal level. This is where that's how he feels, Dobson. He also thinks the main job is to keep the employees of NC safe, expand training and education to businesses. What does that mean? What are you trying to say? The person who's endorsing him is Agriculture Commissioner Steve Troxler and U.S. Rep. Mark Meadows, who was a Republican leader. He's willing to work across party lines. Okay, that's a good thing. By the way, Troxler is running for North Carolina Agriculture again. Mark Meadows, who's endorsing him, resigned to become the White House chief of staff. So do you see how they're all in cahoots together? Now, Holmes, that's the Democrat, has a different approach. She states supporting employers and workers' rights is not mutually exclusive. She will support businesses and help them to identify and remedy unsafe working conditions and find the balance that workers have been denied under the current administration. She is an attorney that has handled a number of workers' rights cases in addition to elevators. The department inspects boilers, amusement parks, fair rides, mines, and quarries. They also investigate wage and hour law violations, employment discrimination complaints, and work safety issues. So possibly she's someone that I would like to have in office because she knows how to handle cases, and there's more to it than just what Dobson feels. So that's just a little bit that I wanted to give you about that. You can also go and Google these people and you can find out what their views are and if you are for their views. Because remember, we need to put people in office who we want in office, people who are going to help us. That's what we're trying to do. So I also left off with the North Carolina Commissioner of Schools, which is also known as North Carolina Superintendent of Public Instruction. So right now, Mark Johnson, a Republican who's not seeking re-election because he ran for lieutenant governor and lost that bid. So he didn't get the run. So there's another Republican running called Catherine Truitt, who's a chancellor of Western Governors UNC, and Jennifer Mangrum, professor of UNC Greensboro. So Catherine's website view on reopening schools, she says, should be determined at the local level by local leaders, school officials, and health officials with the help of parents. Her 3 major points for reopening schools in the fall are: give the local officials control, trust local superintendents, school board members, county and city officials, county health officials. Her second point is give parents a voice. She feels parents need and deserve a voice in what schools should look like this fall. And the third is give children hope. Okay, I see her views. And again, I'm not here to push you to who to vote for. I'm just giving you the facts, the information that I have. Now, Jennifer, on the other hand, she wants to provide a strong foundation for all schools, expand equality throughout all school districts, provide strong pathway for all children, provide a safe and healthy school environment, create statewide culture of respect for all educators. Again, like I said, I'm just here to bring you the information. I'm not here to sway your side either way. I just want you to have the facts. And this is just a little bit of what these people, what their views are. But I'm sure, like I said, you could Google these people and you could find out for yourself so you can make that decision. See, the object here is to get you to vote and to understand why we want you to vote. So we have Catherine Truitt, the Republican, and we have Jennifer Mangrum, the Democrat. Those 2 ladies are running for the NC Superintendent of Public Instruction this year in November. So I also spoke to you about the senators. So I told you I would get back to you and tell you about senators. So we have 2 senators per state. Article 1, Section 3 of the Constitution says that they are chosen by the legislator. Now, do not confuse this with the U.S. Senate, because the U.S. Senate decides for the country. The state Senate divides for the state. So they also are broken down into 3 classes. Each class is because they cannot have all the senators voting at one time, electing them all at one time, because it's 2 senators per state. So what they did is they did a stagger, like how kindergarten is, they stagger your kids into kindergarten. Well, they're staggering the senators into office, and they are every year. So class 1, class 2, class 3. So how it works is that we have 2 senators in North Carolina: Richard Burr, Republican; Tom Tillis, Republican. So we don't even have a Democrat sitting for our state Senate. Yeah. I mean, not that it's a big deal. Again, anything I say is my opinion. I'm trying not to be too opinionated, but as far as in these parties go, yeah, I don't really see too much of a difference. But that's another note. But anyway, this the seats, how they do it is class 1 was 2018 election. Then class 2, which will take place this year, because remember I said it's every 2 years. So class 2 will take place this year. And class 3, you guessed it, 2022. So this is stated in Article 1, Section 3, Clause 2 of the U.S. Constitution. So all of this stuff that we have, we can find it, we can look it up, and we can, bring it to people. And that's why I'm bringing it to you guys. So running in North Carolina this year is Tom Tillis, the Republican, Shannon Bray, a liberal, James Cunningham, a Democrat, and Kevin Hayes, a Constitution Party, previously known as the U.S. Taxpayers Party. Did you know we have over 5 political parties in the United States? Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of education on these political parties because, see, my next video, I'm going to talk about those political parties. So, of course, we know the 2 major political parties, which is the Republicans and the Democrats. Those are the 2 major parties. So then we have these 3 minor parties. These are the major minor parties, if you will. The Libertarian, the Green Party, and the Constitution Party, like I said, which was formerly the U.S. Taxpayer Party. So these people, get to run and have these different parties. And as I was looking up the parties, I saw a couple of them as well. I think I even seen the Black Panther Party. It was a couple of them. But these tend to be the main ones, these 5 right here: the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, and the Constitution Party. So I need to do a little bit more homework about these parties to see how can that help us as well. So again, like I said, this is a channel to help you and to inform you of what's going on, to let you know why the election is important. We need to get out and vote. We need to come out in numbers. And like I said in my previous video, not just the executive branch. We need to seriously break down the judicial branch and the legislative branch as well. Like I said, let's do our homework on these senators that's running this year. Don't look at the party that they're in. Trust me, that's not going to help you. What's going to help you is looking at these people's views. That's what's going to help all of us. Knowing what their views are, knowing if they have our best interests at heart. We are the people as well. And by the way, July 7th, good job on the blackout. I appreciate that. We all did not spend, a lot of us, I'm not going to say all of us. I've seen some of us out there spending, but a lot of us did not spend. We stuck to it so that we could try to make a difference. Now what I would like to see is for us to do a blackout over a weekend or a couple of days so that they could start seeing we are not playing. We are not playing at all. And have you seen the Black Militia? Oh my gosh, it's so much going on. We are getting ready to do this. We are definitely going to become first. And just because we are looking and striving to come first does not mean that we would treat anybody any different like how they did us. We are a compassionate group of human beings. We have compassion, and sometimes we have compassion to a fault. But I'll talk about that on another time. But I just wanted to come back, bring you that information, let you know your girl did not forget about you. And I'm going to continue to bring this information to you. Again, like I said, don't forget, hold me accountable. Listen, I'll take it. I got tough skin. I could take that. Hold me accountable because I'm here to help. And that's what I'm supposed to do. Today, my pastor, I'll leave you with this. My pastor talked about, what are we doing? What is your next step? Are you sitting on your gift? And that definitely ignited me to come and do my video because yes, I am sitting on this and I shouldn't have. And I'm asking you, the people, to please forgive me because I'm human just like you, but I'm for the people as well. So like I said, it's no good for me to say I want to hold the political people accountable, but I'm not holding myself accountable. So I don't mind. Give it to me raw. Let's keep it real because we are trying to make a difference. And that's what we're going to do. We're not going to try. We're going to make this difference, and we can make this difference together. There's more to come. I promise you there's more to come. I've been talking to people, speaking to different people who are on board with what I'm talking about. And if you want to get on board, hit me up. Let me know. Just check it out on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to comment, subscribe. Let a sister know what you think. Let a sister know if she need to improve. I'm all for it. I can take it because that's what it's about. It's about us helping one another. And if you truly coming from a genuine space to help me, then I'm definitely with it. But until next time, goodbye. Love you guys.